Hello students, and welcome to an InDesign tutorial that's going to teach you how to create a planner cover that will be ready to print. And we're actually going to use two different programs to create this cover. We're going to use Photoshop for the backgrounds, as well as we're going to use InDesign to actually design the planner cover. And the reason being is this pink line. See, this is the size of our planner cover, but this pink line represents the margin. And while we want our background to kind of bleed off of the page, we can't put any text here because if we design too close to the margin, that text is going to get cut off. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a text box, not a text box, but a photo box. And we're going to place our background from Photoshop. Now, InDesign will let you create a PSD and place it in, and it will not be a problem. You can file place it. But I exported my background that I designed in Photoshop with the correct resolution, because resolution for prints is often higher, a lot higher than it is for the web. And I just created this little background. And the reason I exported it is because I was not able to get the color from the background. And I'm going to create a text box in here. And I'm going to just type in PTHS Planner, all in caps. And I'm going to make it a lot larger. So this is 12 point. I'm going to take this up to 72 point here. So I need to use my black arrow to make this text box bigger. And then you want to make sure that you move it over, because if this was moved like this, that PTHS, that top part of the P's up here would be cut off. But I wanted to kind of be closer to the edge. But as you can see, you can't really see the text with my background, and there's a lot going on there. So I'm going to just create this little rectangle tool, and then I'm going to use my handy dandy little color dropper, and this is why I created it as a JPEG, to fill this. I want to highlight, okay, so I want to highlight, let me go off here. I'm going to highlight the dropper, and I want to create it, oh, it did the stroke line. And I don't want a stroke line. I want to flip this to the box, and there it created that box, because what I want to do is I want to put this box behind the PTHS planner, so we can see with the end of the text. And then I want to go to Object and Arrange and send to back. But that sent to back, so Object, Arrange, Bring Forward, and there, that is my planner box. And you can see that I have two different boxes. I think this is the text box. It's always important to have tight text boxes. So, and then here's the background, and I want it to go up there. And then I also want to take down the opacity of it a little bit, so you can see the background kind of bleeding through. And then what I would do is I would put the rest of the text on. The other thing is, if you remember from our other InDesign tutorials, if you highlight this and you don't want to highlight it, but you want to highlight the box, and you want to right click or go up to Object and Effects, you can put a drop shadow on it, or you can do whatever you need to the text to make it much more interesting. So there's my drop shadow. So I will give you a list of text items that you want to put on here. You want things to kind of fit your theme. You want to put the year on here as well as your designer name. But the key is, for this planner tutorial, is that everything is within this pink line, because if I bring this a little bit bigger, you can see that this top part of the P's is going to get cut off potentially. So with the bleed line and how the printing is, so I want to just nudge that over, this box so you can see that it is in fact within the pink line. So good luck and have fun designing your planner.